What's up guys, Magnolia Mo here and welcome back to my channel. Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga on 4K UHD Blu-ray. Alright, so just a little bit of a backstory on this. It took me a while to get this particular disc because by the time I got around to ordering it, all of the steelbooks were basically out and back ordered. So by the time I got this particular copy of mine, a whole bunch of other reviewers had already posted their videos. So I'm going to do a little bit of a different review this time. I'm only going to talk about audio and video. Audio specifically, more about the audio experience, right? So before we do that, let's actually take a closer look at what's in this steelbook. We have, I'm going to actually try to cover the digital code. Has the 4K UHD Blu-ray disc and the regular 1080p Blu-ray disc. So it's a 2-disc set with the digital code. I like the actual, steelbook here. It looks pretty nice, pretty hefty. Definitely a collector's edition. So let's go over some technical specs. Runtime is 2 hours 28 minutes. The codec is HEVC and H.265. The bitrate on the 4K disc is 56 megabits per second. The resolution obviously is 4K. It is presented in HDR10 and Dolby Vision. Aspect ratio is 239:1, and the audio is presented in Dolby Atmos on a Dolby True HD 7.1 mat. So I'm going to do the audio part of the review first in this particular video. All right, and for that I'm going to turn to the Dolby Atmos viewer. Psych, I do not have a Dolby Atmos viewer. I don't have a tree knob either. So I do it the medieval way, right? Which is I turn off my bed layer Macintosh, right? Which powers my 7 bed layer speakers. And basically all that's playing are the height speakers and the subs. And then that's what I use to assess the height speaker usage. So let's go over some of the scenes that I found enjoyable from a Dolby Atmos, from a bass standpoint, and from the bed layer speaker perspective. Right off the bat, your height speakers come alive for this particular movie, right? So there's some dialogue up that reaches up into your front heights, even top middles, and then there's an all-channel, music that plays through your height speakers, your bed layer speakers, with the title Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga. Scene 1 has some nice atmospheric effects with some bees and birds and sounds of the forest. Well, that started all the way over there, right side, came to the front, to the left. Then around 4 minutes, 23 seconds, here's the motorbike go from left. 5 minutes, 43 seconds, you hear some music, front heights, followed by some nice wind swirling effects that go from your height speakers from that perspective, from right to left. There you go, top middles, right to left. 802, check it out, check out the bass actually. It's pretty deep. I like this overall effect right here. 1 hour 4 minute 14 second mark. Check out the bass in this scene. When that was shaking the the windows here. Wow. 1 hour 5 minutes. This is the first voyage of the war rig, and then when the action starts, wow, this is all in height speakers only. Here you go, the parachute guy goes up, you can hear him in the parachute. Front right. Now he's sort of in the middle. He's up there now. He just went from top middle to front right. This is mostly in the front heights. It's good. Top middles are engaged. Rear heights are engaged.
All down on top! Replenish!
That was in the front heights. Alright, same scene as this is all building up. I actually love this part right here when the car lands on top of the war rig and then it kind of slides off. you get it in the height speakers. And then when they enter the bullet farm, as the gate is opening, this is a cool effect. This is what Dolby Atmos is meant for. The gate's gonna open and it's gonna pass overhead from your front heights to top middle and then rear heights, and then you got chants up in all of your height speakers. Lots of spatial cues here. As they're filling the bullets. 1 hour 37-minute mark. This is also a very good scene. There's a bullet that's gonna whiz from the back surround to the right surround, all the way to the front. Take a listen. All of these are coming from behind me, but you know, you get the point. 1 hour 38-minute mark. This is when Chris Hemsworth is on this platform and the platform comes crashing down. He jumps onto a walkway as the tower or the platform's coming down, and then there are bullets that come down at him, but they start from the back of the room to the front of the room, but they go above you as it's happening. Okay, here we go. I hope you guys got a good sense of how good the height speaker usage is on this particular movie, how good the bass is, especially, you know, when the engines are revving up. There is lots and plenty of deep bass to go around. I wouldn't say that it is the same caliber deep bass as Dune 2 per se or some of the other bass heavy movies, but it's very heavy. It is still very good, but it doesn't quite reach the Dune 2 status, right, from a bass standpoint, or Godzilla -1 standpoint. It was shaking the walls and the windows here in my room, so it is good deep bass that you know, will keep your subwoofers engaged throughout the movie. So from that standpoint is very good. And then your bed layer speakers, right? So the basic 7 speaker layout or 5 speaker layout, whatever you have, it is highly dynamic. There are bullets flying from behind you. There is, you know, sound pans, you know, from left to right. All of that is done really well, and then it integrates really well with your height speakers, creating that perfect, you know, proverbial 3D bubble. I am gonna go with a 10 out of 10 for the bass speakers, the bed layer speaker usage. I'm gonna go with a 10 out of 10 for Dolby Atmos, or for the height speaker usage. So for bass, I'm gonna just go with a 9 out of 10, only because it's not the deepest, right? But it is still excellent. So overall audio rating would be 9.7. It's still very good. From an HDR perspective, the max CLL is 909 and max FALL is 140. Comparing that to Fury Road, the max CLL was 9,919 nit and the max FALL was 3,242 nit. So that's like next level, right? so obviously Furiosa doesn't come anywhere close to the Fury Road from an HDR perspective, and that's why, you know, when I was watching this particular movie Furiosa, the HDR didn't pop like it pops on Fury Road. If you're looking for that, you know, eye squinting HDR effects, you're not going to find them on Furiosa. I mean, there are some nice specular highlights, scenes with fireballs, and you know, some good specular highlights, right, with the sun behind, right, our main characters. So there are some of those scenes, those look amazing, and then the desert landscapes, right, are done beautifully. So the color is very good. The color palette actually is more on the orange side, you know, to simulate the world that they're in and the desert, right, that they're surrounded by. It is digitally shot, right, so, and then they put some, you know, grain on it to simulate that video grain effect, but you know, still in some of the scenes you can actually tell that it was digitally shot. There is some CGI that is used, which takes away a little bit from the fun, in my opinion, because again, I'm comparing it to Fury Road, so it's not at that same level. So having said all of that, right, the video is still very good. It's still crisp. You can pick out the wrinkles on the skin, you know, of our actors. You can literally count the hair strands. You know, in the initial part of the movie in the forest, you know, those colors are nice and warm and vivid until they transition into this Mad Max world, right, which is, you know, on the darker side, and mostly it's in the desert and it's dry and desolate, right? So all of that is portrayed really well. So having said all of that, right, so for video I am going to go with a 9 out of 10. All right, so I hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna leave a link, my Amazon affiliate link, in the description below. If you are interested, you can purchase it through that. Leave me some comments. Let me know what your thoughts are about this movie. And again, I apologize for not watching it in the theater because I wanted to enjoy it at home. And it's a fun ride. So it is a highly recommended movie. It is a demo-worthy movie. At the end of the day, it's worth keeping it in your collection. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.